From an antelope of the hot, dry savannas of Africa to an antelope of the cold, dry steppes of Asia, we're in for another short one today, but not an uninteresting one, as today we look at the ALF lookalike, the Saiga antelope. As with every other antelope's history section, it will be brief, but there is at least a little more to go over than usual. So, as I've said quite a few times over the past few years, antelopes first split from other bovidae 20 million years ago, but unlike most of the African species I've discussed, we have an idea of when the Saiga evolved. That would be roughly 100,000 years ago in Eurasian steppes. But, interestingly, this isn't the steppe we know today, as back in the day, at the height of the Ice Age, the Great Mammoth Steppe, as it was known, spanned around the world. Furthest estimates determine it spanned from England to the west and the Yukon in the east. Arid, frigid grasslands spanning over 8,000 straight miles, and the Saiga saw all of it, with fossils being found from Canada to the UK. Today, however, the steppe is significantly smaller, though that is relative at 3,000 miles at its furthest points. Even then, the range of the steppe antelope is shattered into migratory populations being found in modern-day Mongolia, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, the Russian Republic of Kalmykia, and the Russian oblasts of Astrakhan, Saratov, and Volgograd. Now, while I want to talk about the cultural influence, I feel I can't ignore the elephant in the room, pun intended. What is with that face? Well, the large, almost trunk-like proboscis is actually a crucial survival tool. You see, despite living in a place so cold, that doesn't make the Saiga antelope immune to the cold. As a matter of fact, many Arctic and subarctic animals can absolutely succumb to frostbite and hypothermia. The larger extended nose is actually very useful at warming up the cold air before it hits the lungs, helping to maintain its internal body temperature. It also helps filter the dusty air kicked up from the herds, which technically all noses do that. That's why you have nose hairs, and boogers are actually when mucus envelops the dirt and dust you breathe in. But with a schnoz like them, it's about as effective as a car air filter. Okay, might be a bit of an exaggeration, but moving on. When talking about culture, there's also a saddening lack there as well. But luckily, in this aspect, I blame it on two things. One, the locals seeing it as just kind of the foundational hunting animal, and my inability to Google in the Cyrillic script. But overall, no matter where you go, the Saiga has been considered the symbol of the steppe, and the resilience of the animals and people that live there. And, in the days of ancient Greece, they saw the animal as a wonder of Scythia, a now long gone nation that, at its height, extended from what is now southeastern Ukraine to the northern half of Uzbekistan. The name of the animal actually originates from an old Chagatai word meaning wild-hoofed animal. Fun fact, Chagatai is an old local language of Central Asia, named from one of Genghis' sons who ruled the area. No, not that Chagatai Khan. The real Chagatai Khan. This animal was the cornerstone of hunting in Central Asia and was said to taste like sheep. Not the worst, but I think I'll stick with venison, thank you kindly. Though speaking of hunting, if you're like me and have an interest in firearms or at least play first-person shooters, you may be familiar with the Saiga 12 shotgun. I'm sure you're wondering, and I'm here to answer. Yes, it is named after the antelope, as with all hunting arms made by Kalashnikov concern. Yes, the semi-automatic or even fully automatic mag-fed shotgun based on the design of the AK series of rifles is just a hunting weapon to the Russians. It really just shows that Russians are the mirror opposites of Americans, because we take our hunting weapons to war, and they bring their war weapons to the hunt. Food for thought, I guess. But with all that said and done, I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything you'd like to add, please feel free to do so in the comments. And until next time, go outside, touch grass, hug your loved ones, drink water. Bye-bye.